See, I have to talk about stuff like this because I feel like our people don't really have a voice. If we don't talk about it, the national news not going to talk about it. This happened in February. Imagine your 16-year-old daughter or your 16-year-old son collapse at school and nobody talking about it. This happened back in February. We in October, almost in November. And certain YouTubers have to talk about it for it to be seen. So we're about to get right into this story. An $85 million lawsuit has been filed after the death of a 16-year-old Menchville high school student who died after lawyers say multiple adults failed to act after she passed out at school. See, what I like now is black people are not just letting them say anything. Oh, we're sorry for your loss. Nope, you gotta pay me. And even though money will not equal your child, money cannot equal your child's life. Even though we're not letting nothing slide. You can't let nothing slide with these people because when you black, they don't care about you. It's just another student. When they saw that girl, when they saw her laying on the ground, they didn't care. But I bet you, if it was a little white girl, everybody would be down there trying to rescue her. Everybody. Because they know the consequences. They know all them white people coming down there. So us as content creators, we have to talk about this because these are our people also. We never met them, but they are our people. Imagine being alone. Imagine losing your child and you are alone. Nobody cares. Everybody just moving on with life, but you just lost your child. And if you have kids, you understand what I'm saying. They claim that Kaleigh Jones, see how they use the word claim? I don't like that shit. They claim that Kaleigh Jones, who collapsed on February 20th, 2024 from a cardiac issue at Menchville High School, was left without critical medical care for 16 minutes until medics arrived. Now, from what I've seen, and like I say, I'm gonna put the video in the description. From what I've seen, they said, the lawyer said there was a video showing everybody just standing around. Even the nurse was just nailed on the side of her body. She didn't perform no CPR, anything. So you telling me you had cops there, you had teachers there, and nobody performed CPR? But I remember, I used to talk to a girl and she was a teacher, and I remember she told me that all teachers, for the most part, they have to be certified in doing CPR. So I did my research. Virginia CPR requirements for teachers and educational staff. In order to be granted a teacher's license or stay employed as a teacher and renew your license in the state of Virginia, CPR and first aid training and certification are mandatory. So you telling me that it's mandatory to be able to do CPR, but all these teachers, I'm gonna put them up too. All these teachers, administrators, they stood around and did nothing. This little black girl on the ground dying, and they did nothing. I'm telling you, before y'all put y'all kids in these schools, man, make sure these people mess with black people. When I say mess with black people, make sure they actually care, because they said this girl already had surgery and the nurses already knew her condition already. They already knew she recently had surgery. So you telling me they just sat there, and then this the crazy part, the rescue squad came and they was angry because nobody actually tried to save her life. They was angry at the teachers because they didn't try to save her life. So I said, hold on, let me try to find this nurse. And I found her. I found the Facebook page, Instagram page, everything. These people don't care about black people. Let's be for real. You in Virginia, they don't care about black people. They see a little girl die, they gonna let her die. Like I said earlier, if this was a little white girl, they would have brought Jesus down from the sky and made him touch her. That's how deep this shit gets. But y'all know me. I love to go into the past of these places to see if it's any racial history. Like if it's any real racial history. And this is what I found. And back in the 1960s, they dismantled a black neighborhood to build a college called Christopher Newport University. It's still up. And then I did my research. I'm like, wait, did the people who founded this college, did they own any slaves or anything? Yes, the College of William and Mary owned and exploited enslaved people for nearly 170 years of its history. And the college, Christopher Newport University, is an extension of William and Mary. It's all tied in together. It's Virginia, man. I think Virginia, one of the first states the slave ship came on. What you expect from these people? I'm telling you, when you send your kids to school, when your kids around these people, and look, black people, you got some black people that are not our people. Always realize that. So I hate when people say, oh man, it's not a sundown town because you got black people. You have black people that are not our people. They playing for the other team. They want to make money. They sold out for the other team. They let this young woman die. And nothing was said about it. CNN ain't talking about this. Kamala ain't talking about this. Trump ain't talking about this. So when it comes to our people, we have to stick together, man. Ain't no president go save us. Nobody is coming to save us. You see the stories that we haven't heard of. Just imagine the other stories we don't know about what happened in these schools. They probably paid the mom off. Imagine the stories we never hear. Look, man, I'm going to be honest. A lot of stuff I'm talking about, I'm learning so much. Like I made a video about the hospital in New York, unaliving black women, unaliving pregnant black women. I'm learning so much in my comment section, man, just by this. So imagine the stories we haven't heard. It's so many women in my comment section telling me what happened to them. And we haven't even heard those stories. And I think her mom name is Miss Kayana. And this was she said the school told her. The school told her when her daughter was unalive. I'm going to say unalive because they watched her die. When the school told her, they said, oh, it's unfortunate. It's unfortunate. What? It's unfortunate. And this happened back in February. So they had to come now to sue. I got to get something. You watched my daughter die. So I'm going to tell y'all now, if y'all live in Virginia and you plan on sending your kids to this school, your black kids to this school, I'm telling you, man, you better think about it twice because anything can happen to anybody's kids, especially when it comes to black people, because we know even in hospitals, they don't care about our people. In a school, your child pass out. Will they even help your child? And see, what I always say, we have to make sure if we can't sleep, they can't sleep. If they can just move on. They tried to move on from this situation. They tried to move on. CNN ain't talk about it. Shade Room ain't posted. TMZ ain't talk about it. They talking about Diddy. But I'm going to talk about it because this stuff has to be brought to light. And there's probably some more people where schools abuse your kids and nothing was done about it because they black. And you got to be real. When you black, the law don't even, a lot of times, in these small towns and stuff like that, the law don't care because they all on the same team. The lawyers, the cops, the judges, everybody on the same team. So we have to be the voice. Content creators, we have to keep being the voice. And I want to read something to y'all what her mother said, man, because this broke my heart. There's not a second of any day that goes by when Kaleigh is not on my mind and her name is not coming out of my mouth, said Jones' mother, Kayana Stewart. I miss her tremendously, and this daily pain is unbearable. It's unbearable. And I know if this not your kid, it's hard to really care, but I don't know what the universe, my ancestors, I don't know what kind of heart or soul I have, but I can actually feel people's pain. When she said the word unbearable, I felt that shit. When she said the word unbearable, I felt that. Imagine losing your kid your whole life. It feels like it's over. And a lot of dads go through that too. A lot of dads can't even see their kid. So every day it hurts. But they have to keep performing. They have to keep going to work. They have to keep grinding. You know, so I love making this content, man, because I just want to show Miss Stewart that it's actually people out here that really care. Like, sincerely care. Because I can just imagine those people just standing there, watch her slowly die. And I hate that shit. So rest in peace to that young lady. And look, when y'all send y'all kids to these schools, man, make sure that these teachers, these nurses, make sure they know that you don't play about yours. Make sure they know that you will crash out. Make sure they know if something happened, if I can't sleep, you can't sleep. I'm out.